I personally think that the Mid Cheshire Line is actually an underrated line between Chester and Manchester Piccadilly, with hourly service operated by Northern. It's got some wonderful stations, some wonderful scenery, and I want to explore more of the Mid Cheshire Line. And this is why you join me at Greenbank Station today, because I want to explore more of the Mid Cheshire Line. And we're going to be looking at the stretch between Greenbank and Knutsford. And honestly, Greenbank is a lovely station. It's got a lovely station building, but sadly not in railway use. And it's also got a lovely single box here as well. So we're now waiting for our first train, the 0923 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and the first station we're calling at is Northwich.
The next station stop is Northwich. Mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
So we have now made it to the next station we're stopping off at today on the Mid Cheshire Line. This is Northwich. And honestly, I'm really impressed with this railway station. Now, Northwich did used to have 3 platforms, but today it's only got 2 platforms. The third platform is now a disused platform. It's got a lovely station building, which I'll get onto later in the video, and that is a really impressive station building. It's also got a canopy, and it's also got a station clock attached to the station building. It also has a footbridge here linking platform 1 to platform 2, but sadly Northwich station is not disabled access friendly. That's the only issue that I do have with this railway station, that it's not disabled access friendly. So a little bit of history about Northwich Station. It opened on the 1st of January 1863 by the Cheshire Midland Railway. There was actually 3 railway companies that built the Mid Cheshire Line, and they all merged into the Cheshire Lines Committee. In 1867, a branch line was opened to Sandbach by the London North Western Railway, but that closed to passengers in 1960. And also in 1869, the line was extended towards Helsby, which went by Greenbank, Molesworth, and onto Inton Elton. So that part of the station building right behind me, you probably think that's the original station building, but it's not. That part actually was rebuilt in the 2020s, because on the 18th of May 2021, the station roof at Northwich Station collapsed. And honestly, I do remember seeing those pictures. And they had to knock the station building down, well, part of it, and had to rebuild it. Now, the reason the station roof collapsed was the growth of the vegetation that was around the station building. But we're going to head back to the other platform now, because we're waiting for the 1027 Northern service to take us to our next station, and that is Lostock Gralam. So head over now, get the train, and let's head to the next station. do feel free to call the mispronunciation police, because I did get the name of this station wrong. And Northwich, I did say that this station was Lostock Gralam. That's actually wrong, because it's actually pronounced Lostock Gralam. But to be honest, it can't be a SimOnTrains video without a station being mispronounced, and I do apologise about that. But about this railway station, there's not really much to say about this railway station. It's just your unstaffed northern station with your waiting shelters, and that's about it. It did used to have a station building, but it got knocked down in 2007. And the village of Lostock Gralam, I think, is a bit of a walk in that direction over there. The only thing I can say about this railway station is that it's sited in a lovely countryside area with a few industrial buildings. Now, to be honest, there's not much history here at Lostock Gralam station. It opened on the 1st of January 1863 by the Cheshire Midland Railway. Now, the station did end up being run down to the point that it became a request stop, and the station building, as I mentioned, got knocked down in 2007. Now, the next station we shall be going to has a similar station building to the one at Lostock Gralam, but the site of the old station building has now become a self-storage yard where you can store stuff in containers. When I did the station history for Lostock Gralam, I did say that the next station had a similar station building to what Lostock Gralam used to have. And we are going to that railway station next, so we are waiting for the 11:32 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and the next station is the penultimate station in this video today, Plumley. So we have now made it to the penultimate station we're stopping off at today. This is Plumley. And honestly, this station is really impressive. If you actually stand on the road bridge, which is right behind me, you do get a good view of the railway station, but also you do get a lovely view of the countryside area that surrounds the station. I think the village of Plumley is a little walk from the railway station. But on platform 2, the Chester-bound platform, it does have the former station building, which sadly I think is in private residence. But it's a lovely station building with centerfold signals in their garden. And as I mentioned at Lostock Gralam, I think the station building did used to look like Plumley station building at Lostock Gralam. On the Manchester-bound platform, platform 1, it does have a lovely waiting shelter. I may stay there shortly while waiting for the next train. But honestly, this station is just absolutely magnificent. Plumley station has similar station histories with the other railway stations we looked at today. It opened on the 1st of January 1863 by the Cheshire Midland Railway. When it was opened, it was actually spelt differently. It was actually spelt Plumby. There was a B next door to the M and the L. In 1945, they decided to drop that B, and it was actually renamed to the current name we're looking at right now. Now, 65 chains west from this railway station, there was a workers' platform called Plumley West Platform, which opened in 1915 but closed in 1926. There's one thing I have noticed with the Mid Cheshire Line today, that is you get plenty of freight trains passing through these railway stations. I have seen plenty of Class 66 diesel locomotives today. So I'm going to head over to Platform 1 now, wait for the 12:35 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and let's go nuts for our final station, Knutsford. So I'm going to head over now, film the train arriving, and let's head to Knutsford. So let's go nuts for our final station we're stopping off at today. This is Knutsford. And I do like this station because the old and the new do meet together at this railway station. On Platform 1 you have an old station canopy, but you do have a modern ticket office. I think that ticket office could be from the 1970s or the 1980s. I'm not too sure on that one, but it does mix together very well at this railway station. And on Platform 2 you do have a modern waiting room. However though, this waiting room is permanently padlocked, which is open at certain times. But you also do have the old station building, which sadly is not in railway use anymore, but it is in commercial use. So the history of Knutsford station is very different to the other stations we looked at today, because this station opened a bit earlier. It opened on the 12th of May 1862 by the Cheshire Midland Railway. Now it did have a different platform and it was sited somewhere else. It was actually sited southwest from the current station. The station was re-sited on the 1st of January 1863 when the line was extended to Northwich. So this station also has some Irish history, as in April 1916 there was an Easter Rising when rebels hoped to form an independent Ireland from British rule. But 600 rebels from the Easter Rising were shipped over to Holyhead and taken by train to Knutsford to be imprisoned in Knutsford jail. Now I did say at the start of the video that the Mid Cheshire Line is underrated in scenery and stations. I still think that, to be honest, because there has been some lovely stations we visited today. Okay, there's one station that was a bit meh, to be honest, but the rest of the stations have really been wonderful to visit. And we also seen plenty of freight trains on the Mid Cheshire Line today as well. And in the next video we're going to start at Knutsford and go all the way to Stockport. But for now I'm going to drop another video right here. Feel free to give that a click. The people on screen now YouTube channel as Patreon supporters. Thank you for supporting the channel. I've been SimOnTrains and I hope to see you at the next railway station so we can embark on a new journey together. Thanks for watching.